everybody. Welcome to another edition of AIWF Mid-Atlantic Breakdown. As you can see, Brian is throwing grapes into Reagan's mouth, and she is trying to catch them off camera. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know why.
I'm yelling at my children to shut the door for upstairs. So.
And of course, all this time we've waited. We're actually doing this show on Thursday instead of Wednesday, just for various reasons. And we sit here, waited, and 12 seconds after I started the show, my phone rings. That rung all day, or
Of course.
in the last hour.
Even
But
after we
anyway.
were spending 20 minutes trying to get my computer to work.
Yeah, well, I hear you got a new computer or a
I
personal
did.
computer.
My Mother's Day gift.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I must do something right.
Well, it's okay. We are here. Like I said, we're a day late, a dollar short, but we are back up. But yeah, we are on the air, and I got another Hall of Fame announcement this week, but I'm gonna be dramatic getting into that one. All right, so just I got to build up to it. So anyway, and we've got a couple of announcements for the May 24th show.
Yeah, that's like soon.
Yeah, we've already started announcing wrestlers, and we're going to show the two that's already been announced. We got another one coming tomorrow, so that has begun. So everything's looking really good. How was your week? I'm trying to be nicer.
Nothing. Just another day, another dollar. I don't know. I guess I'm just counting down the days. 19. So
19 till the
till
next
I get out
show.
of school. Till I get out of school.
Oh God, is it that close?
Yeah, but it's not as close as everybody else. Everybody else around us has already gotten out, already like out next week. But we go till the 13th, I think, of June. But
Well, it won't be long. It won't be long. So, Mid-Atlantic is returning to Mount Airy. AIW Mid-Atlantic is returning to Mount Airy May 24th, right? Yeah.
yeah, and
May 24th, back in business. Everything's going good. We had a little bit of a delay because of that bull riding thing that they had up there. We just couldn't. I just couldn't see wrestlers and bull riders in the same place, so we moved that show.
it was good because I got to do my dry run for our new production equipment, which went really well, I think.
Well, have you noticed that the first match has aired from that show?
No, because
Tuesday night.
I'm behind with life.
Well,
I know it's terrible.
well,
No,
it was.
did it look? I have to look because
You'll have to watch it, and then we'll talk.
Why was it bad?
No, I'm just
Oh.
saying we'll talk. I
Oh,
think it went well. The camera looked really good. It was really crisp.
yeah, I could tell
Yeah.
the difference. So I'm trying to, we just for that show, we just had the one camera. I had that new guy. Oh my gosh. What is his name? I forgot what Tim told me his name was.
I can't
James?
remember either.
I'm terrible, but man, I hope he really wants to run that camera now because he was doing things that I didn't even think about to do with entrances and stuff. So I was very happy because we're wanting to get, at least I'm hoping 3 cameras at one point. So that's my dream. Right now we got the one, and then 24th we'll have that in the hard cam, and so I'm excited. I'm doing new things, making things look good. I think our crowds are looking good, and think things are this season's gonna be great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a lot of eyes on the product.
I think so. I think the crowds have been looking pretty good with us, and I think we're hitting a good stride. Everybody. I'm excited about the 24th.
I'm
of
most
new
excited
things.
about 24th a whole lot about this new camera stuff. So I think it's going to bring a lot to the show. And we've got some other stuff that we're interested in trying to backstage. So it ought to be really good. Hey, easy, slow down there. I hit the thing. All right, so let's. What do you want to do first? You want to do Hall of Fame or talk about the 24th?
make them wait for the Hall of Fame. Let's do the 24th and make them wait. Give the teaser that it's going to be very. If it's who I think it's going to be, you're going to want to hear about it. You want to stay around to the end of the episode to hear who it's going to be.
Okay, all right, I got you. That makes sense. All right, let me get my stuff here together because I am horrible at this, but I got it, man. All right, is this what we're gonna do first? Yes, right here. All right, you ready? On the 24th. Boom, there it is. Can you, why do I not hear you? What have I done?
I don't know what you've done.
No, there you are. I hear you now.
Oh, I don't know. But y'all, wow, Justin Flash Champ is back in town.
Yes, he is returning to Mount Airy on the 24th, ready to defend his title. What he was at the last show, yeah?
So yes.
Yeah. All right. All right, good deal. Justin Flash will be coming in on the 24th. Lord, I get all these buttons and everything that I have to push. I don't know how speaking of Matt Carter, uh, as everybody knows, the Ringside Wrestling show has been kind of on a hiatus for a while, but I get on good authority from Matt Carter himself that it is going to be coming back. It may not be coming back as strong in the beginning, but I do know that he wants to do a special episode coming up soon to kind of bring everybody up to date on what's been going on with
Yeah, he
his
reached
show.
out.
That's Sunday Night Live. So
Yeah, because
or
I
Sunday
sent
Live.
him. I don't want to talk about this on this today because it's a perfect conversation to have. And I sent him this thing I saw online, and he reached out. And we're going to try to do. I think we're going to try to do Sunday. He said possibly around 3, but this is Matt Carter's thing. So this is just me, him throwing out there. And so I'm excited because there's something I really want to talk to him about that I've been holding on to discuss with Matt Carter. So
Well, and there's just certain things that Matt Carter can do. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He has his niche or niche or whatever you call it and he's just really good at it. So be on the lookout for that. Possibly this Sunday, if everything works out, Matt's going to have a special episode, and he's going to kind of bring everybody up to speed on what's been going on and what's going on with the future of the show. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. He's just got but he'll explain it when he has the special. So be watching for that. All right, let me see. I don't want to pop up things that I'm not supposed to. So I'm going to do this like this. Okay? And then I'm going to share each picture individually. How's that?
Share individually.
Leave me alone. So, all right.
Mhm.
Ty Tyson's been having a lot of issues out of uh Matt Anderson. You talk about that while I tell this person to leave me alone.
Well, Matt Anderson, it started in Ivanhoe a couple of months ago where he was, going after Ty Tyson. And if you watch or went at Ivanhoe, you saw and know that Matt Anderson stole Ty Tyson's hammer, and he was wielding it last weekend in Ivanhoe. So I'm sure Ty Tyson is very unhappy about that because not many people have been able to wield that hammer in the ring. So I'm sure, that is something that Ty Tyson does not like seeing happen. So, everybody now knows the attitude change in Matt Anderson. So yeah, I'm ready to see, what Ty Tyson has in store for him.
Well, and like I said, Ty has he's had a lot of issues out of Matt Anderson, and I'm sure on the 24th there will be some kind of meeting of the minds with these two. Maybe they'll meet in the ring, maybe they'll meet backstage. But Ty Tyson is very determined on confronting Matt Anderson, and I do believe that will happen on the 24th because they're both going to be there. Ha ha! Now, now, we'll get that. That's our two that's been announced so far for the 24th. There's another one coming tomorrow. So just everybody just hang loose. They're going to be releasing a new wrestler that's going to be on the 24th every day between now and then. I kind of like that. I like that doing it that
like
way.
that. Gotta
Instead of
keep
just
them
one big poster. I mean, because that's what everybody does. Everybody just throws a poster out there and forgets about it, you know? But I feel like this new way we're doing it, we're getting everybody to get their own attention, I guess. And then we kind of combine all the pictures together. It worked really good for the Ivanhoe show. Which, that reminds me. How much you think I should tell about Deal with the Steel? You think I should?
You could give a little hints here and there,
I guess I could.
some plans.
So, Deal with the Steel, as everybody knows, is every August. It has been for God almighty 20 plus years, 25 years. It's our big summer show. This year, where we've been working with ICW, the Deal with the Steel show is going to be doing a little different. What we're looking for is something that's never been done before on Independence. That's all I'm saying right now. More later, more to come. How's that? You know,
Good
I mean,
teaser.
we talked about it.
I know, but I'm just, I gotta watch what I say because I sometimes stick my foot in my mouth. So I'm trying to tell my brain not telling my mouth not to say what's in my brain.
Well, I will tell you this, that if we pull this off, and I don't see why we can't. The problem is most companies can't do the things we do because of we have the cooperation, to do some of the things we do in a lot of areas. Everybody else just likes to wrestle in, one town or one county or one little small area and say, hey, look at us. We're awesome and got world champions and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, yeah, I know. You know how I get. I get antsy about stuff.
You should at least, if it's not world, just call it heavyweight.
Just call it heavyweight. Back before the AIWF went into the affiliate program, we never called the AIWF champion title a world title. It was just the AIWF heavyweight championship.
We did. I was thinking in the past. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, because you shouldn't call it world if you've never taken it out of North Carolina. It's definitely not world. But
yeah, it's hard to call it a world title if it's never been out of the United States or out of your country.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's never been out of your state, at the best, don't call it a world title. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them wrestle in the same building and like to call it a world title. So I feel like that's a name you earn, not just a name you put on a belt.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where you really have to put a lot of thought into what you do with your organization. And sometimes people don't put the thought into that. Like, oh, look, I can buy this belt on internet. It's $500. Oh, it says world. Nah, it's okay. Or it's pretty. It's pretty. It doesn't matter if it says world. It's pretty. So yeah, I think.
And most of the time, to be honest with you, I've been in this business for, my God, 35 years now? And most of the time when an organization calls their belt a world title, and it's not, it's more about the person that owns the company than it is the title. It's an ego thing. Everybody knows that. It's an ego thing. But anyway, Lord have mercy. We get off on some of the weirdest stuff on here.
On some weird tangents.
Well, we have to kind of fill time because, we are again here this week without a guest.
Oh, you cannot just. This is your ego. That you talk about egos, but here's a good example of your ego. So, I mean, you can't say that this is not what that is. You can't just throw a blanket statement of, hey, come be on our show. You have to pinpoint people. You have to find out who does the crowd, who do our fans want us to talk to? Who do our fans want to watch? Who has things that they need to tell us? Who do we want to have on the show? And then we make it like a club and you invite those people into the club. Think about it. Think about the club. You were a bouncer. Do you want a club that just lets anybody in, no matter what anything? Or do you want one that's more inclusive and exclusive and you invite those people in? Which makes a better club?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm right on that.
I don't even know how to answer that. That was that's the longest lecture I've had in a while. Okay. We'll do it your way. Anybody who put that much thought into a paragraph should win that argument.
That much thought into it. It just popped in my head. Seriously, I'm just that smart.
I don't know. Yeah, and you're probably right. I do feel like that people should just be like, man, I'd really love to be on that show. And maybe that is my ego. Maybe I do want people just like, man, maybe I do want to hear people say, man, I really like to be on your show, But I guess I'm not Dr. Phil.
The things you don't want people, you don't want just some.
I get it now. You want to keep out the riffraff.
Well, I wasn't going to say it that way. I was going to say lame people. But, you don't. Yeah.
When you throw out multiple glue traps, you catch the skinny rats too.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if you want to put your spin on it, I'll put my positive spin on it and you put your negative spin on it.
I get it now. You are absolutely right. Okay, all right. Here's what we'll do. You and I will talk, before the week before the show, and we'll decide on who to approach. How's that? And then you can send them a message.
Me. Yeah. You know what? I was just thinking back, like 3 years ago, I was just like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go watch. And this is going to be fun to just watch. And then then somebody's like, hey, Brian, do you want to do commentary? I'm like, oh, he can do commentary. I'll just watch. And then one day, y'all are hooking up the switcher. And I said, this what I remember what I said. I said, hey, why don't y'all show me how to do that just in case nobody's here one day that knows how to do it. And then that was it. Like it was never anybody else's thing but mine.
It snowballed from there.
It snowballed.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. We'll figure out who to reach out to and I'll send them a message. All right.
Because I'm not sure.
You're skipping. You're freezing
Can you
up.
hear me now?
That's better.
Is it my internet?
It might be.
Well, we don't have much longer. So it'll stick.
That'll give you a week to get the internet, boosted up or whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, all right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick commercial because we have forgotten to do that on this episode. And when we come back, we will go into the next inductee in the Mid-Atlantic version or Mid-Atlantic class of the 2025 AIWF Hall of Fame. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Valiant, Boogie Woogie Man.
Legendary Boogie Woogie Man.
Wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute. Hang on.
What are you doing around
What was that calling you, buddy?
This is our neighborhood.
You done made a young man's game.
You should be retired, Boogie.
Wait a minute, boys. Let me take a bite of my king dog.
Say king dog?
King dog?
Is that what you said?
What? What happened?
Come on, boy.
Don't let hunger bully you. Get yourself a king dog and you too can become a super hunger fighter.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evanston, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us, Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us. Tease Treats is a food truck service that operates out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. They serve decadent, delicious ice cream treats, hot dogs, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, nachos, funnel cakes, and so much more. They can be in multiple locations at the same time, available for festivals, athletic tournaments, concerts, or any gathering. When it comes to delicious quality and reasonable prices, you can't go wrong with Tease Treats. You can find out more about Tease Treats at facebook.com/Tease Treats, or you can give them a call at 336-755-8204. You'll find out that Tease Treats are not only the best concessions in wrestling, but the best concessions anywhere.
All right, welcome back, Rick Diesel, Reagan Danzig on episode. Oh, we forgot to say this was episode 18.
Wow.
That's good. Cruising right along. Okay. We are going to, we don't have a whole lot more to talk about, so we might end the show early today.
8 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't know if we can stretch this out for 8 minutes or not. We're going to give it a shot. So, all right, let me see here. All right, we'll do this. Okay. Man, I've got a lot of stuff here. It's crazy.
Careful, you can see it in your glasses.
Really? Oh, Lord, that's the wrong one, too. There it is. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Everybody's already seen it, so I don't care. The next inductee from the AIWF Mid-Atlantic into the AIWF Hall of Fame is David Flair. We're putting it out. Do you realize that this year, in the class of 2025, we're putting in the AIWF Hall of Fame one half of the entire Flair wrestling family?
Pretty impressive. Nat has a funny story about him. We'll have to get him to tell it again. On Sunday, I think he had an interaction with him that was funny. So, but this is fantastic. I know he came to a few shows and worked for y'all, so that's exciting for both of them. So,
him and Ricky Morton and him and Justin Flash had a heck of a match. It's on Cyberzone episode 50 on the AIWF network. Because I got another picture that I'm going to show you right here in just a minute. Just look up Cyberzone episode 50 and you can see Justin Flash's butt.
Is he pulling that Ric Flair stunt where he crawls up the ring or the cage and gets his pants pulled down?
Yeah, well, it's kind of different, but that is the gist of it. Yeah, episode 50, Cyberzone episode 50, or you can actually, I found out that you can go to the AIWF network and go to the search bar and type in David Flair's name and it'll take you to the match. So that was pretty cool. That's how I found the picture that I want. Let me see if I can find this picture. Let's see. Oh, there's Reed from last week. And there's that, and there's that. Here it is. This is David Flair. This is a screenshot from David Flair the night he wrestled Justin Flash. at the Mount Airy Armory. And this picture is relevant because of this.
You wearing the same shirt?
Yes, that is David Flair's T-shirt. So
like
I figured nobody would believe me. So there you go. David Flair's T-shirt. I'm actually wearing it while I'm announcing him for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic AIWF Hall of Fame class of 2025. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't know. Would it be great if he would come and accept the award? He's not getting the shirt back. But it would be nice if he'd come. But, he's a very busy man. I don't think he has much to do with wrestling anymore. But we can put him in the AIWF Hall of Fame. So there's that. One half of the entire Flair wrestling family. There's 4 Flairs in wrestling, and we're putting half of them in the Hall of Fame of AIWF this year. Thoughts on that?
I think it's fantastic. It's another good thing to see, like with, how long AIWF's been around and all the people that have come through the AIWF. It really shows the depth of the history of AIWF with these legacy names and things like that.
As we get a little closer to the AIWF Hall of Fame, which is in August, it'll be August 16th in Mount Airy when we do, at Deal with the Steel, when we do the Hall of Fame inductions this year. As we get a little closer, I think we should do a Hall of Fame episode where we go through and just talk about all the people. I mean, there's a lot of them.
There is.
We could just go through just the big names and it'll be a full show.
It would. You might have to split it into 2. The AIWF original people, and then the people like the Buddy Landells and the Ricky Mortons and things like that, just to see, who all has come through the AIWF. So it's a great organization to be a part of. A lot of, not just great indie guys, but like I said, we've had some, large names that come through consistently, like that. Wrestled lots of shows with us, came around, held our belts, and it's good to see that. I would enjoy looking back at that. That would be fun.
Ricky Morton has been a member on the roster of the AIWF for 30 years.
Well, when you think about it, Ricky Morton is working heel right now, but Ricky Morton worked heel AIWF in 99?
Something like that. Late 90s, yeah.
Yeah, 98, 99's Fright Night.
So. Yeah, and at that time, there was only 2 companies that I know of he had ever done that for, and that was us and WCW.
So that's really cool. But there's a really cool picture somewhere of him holding a big pan and Malcolm and Sweet Daddy's head going into it. I think is the picture.
I can't remember if he turned on anybody in Smoky Mountain or not. I think he was going to, but then they left. I'm not sure.
Possibly. Might not have lasted long enough, but yeah, it's good times. It's an enjoyable. I would love to go down and look through that. We'd have to see if we're going to do that. Though we have to make a plan because we have to pull up some pictures.
And that's on me. So
yeah,
I'll work on that.
Yeah, so there you go. One more thing to add to your plate.
Yeah, that's great. All right, well, we honestly just have a little over a minute left, so I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up. We'll next week we'll have more people. We'll debut more. That is coming to May 24th, and it may be a week or 2 before we do any more Hall of Fame inductions. We just want to get that out of the way. The Flair brothers. So that's another first. Nobody else has ever done that. So, and our Hall of Fame is legit because it's been around for 20 years now. I think it actually started. I'm not sure when the first inductee was. It was either 2005 or 2006, but the Hall of Fame was actually started in 2005. So this is the 20th anniversary of it. Good stuff. Anyway. All right. For Reagan Danzig, this is Rick Diesel and David Flair's t-shirt. Oh, man, I didn't have no David Parrish hair this week. But anyway, that's all right. That is another episode of AIWF Mid-Atlantic Breakdown. And for Reagan Danzig, we will see you next week.